So what makes McCance special? I think it's really four things. It's people, it's the vision, it's the ambition, and it's the fact that we really know no boundaries. When Rudy Tanzi, Greg Ficcione, and I got together to conceive of and launch the McCance Center, we were really all motivated by the same goal, which was to prevent brain diseases and to instantiate brain care. I'm not sure that we had that term yet solidified, but instantiate brain care into the daily lives of all citizens, of all people.
Over 60% of the world's deaths are secondary to these stress-related non-communicable diseases. Most are cardiovascular in nature, but there are also cerebrovascular diseases, chronic gastrointestinal disorders, pulmonary disorders, diabetes, hypertension, and 30% are neuropsychiatric in nature. That's a huge number. In fact, it's the largest percentage of stress-related non-communicable diseases. So we have a big job ahead of us, but we're very hopeful about employing what we know about how the mind, brain, and body interact in an effort to teach people how to stay healthy, how to stay brain healthy in the case of McCance for as long as they can.
The problem that really becomes more and more apparent is how reactive we are. We wait until the brain degenerates to the point of dysfunction, and then we diagnose the disease and try to bring everything back. We try to go back in time. If you look at diabetes and heart disease, other age-related disorders, we don't wait until you have a dysfunctional pancreas or heart to treat you. We look at glucose, insulin, we look at cholesterol. If there's one thing we've learned from studying Alzheimer's in the last several decades, is that like heart disease, like diabetes, it begins decades before symptoms. The first amyloid plaques that are going to cause the tangles to form and kill the first neurons, that's starting 20 to 30 years before symptoms. After 40 years old, most of us have plaques and tangles. Just like high cholesterol begins the road to heart disease decades before symptoms. We monitor that and we address it. We want to look for the indicators of brain health and the indicators of early disease a decade or more before symptoms, then preserve brain health, promote brain health, and then do what we can to stave off disease and prevent disease.
You continue to see really impressive science from all over the country and the world that's providing substantial evidence for a link between the steps we take in our lives, in our daily lives, and protection from brain disease, whether you measure it as reduction in your risk of stroke or dementia or depression.
What's changed is that with the McCance Center, we now want to make brain care a routine part of healthcare. The mantra will be early detection, early intervention. And in fact, even before detection, early prediction. Know your family history. We'll do genetics to say, here's at what age you need to be most concerned about early detection. And then start testing then according to your family history or your genetics. Let's learn how to nip it right now. Let's start using therapies that will nip this disease in the bud before it even takes root. So that's the goal of the McCance Center, and it's so exciting because as simple as this all sounds, it's highly revolutionary to think about a proactive way to detect problems in the brain, to monitor brain health way before any disease strikes. We want the indicators of brain health. We want to carry out interventions to keep the brain healthier by monitoring those indicators. And the ultimate goal is to integrate all those into routine healthcare.
What drives my passion is being in a position to leverage scientific discovery and the just tremendous fun of working with intelligent, committed people, all of whom are bringing their all to solve the challenge of reducing human suffering by tackling prevention, by really thinking about what could we do so that what we're seeing today might never happen to the next generation.